Hey guys, Veebat with another V-Plays, and we're looking at the Yak-7 M-82. The M-82 is referring to the radial engine on the front of the aircraft, which actually gives it a surprising boost to its climb rate, because tier for tier this thing can actually get up to a little bit higher altitudes than I would have actually expected. It has two 20mm cannons mounted in the wing and a single 50 that's mounted on the left side of the cowling. We also get actual air-to-ground munitions on a Russian aircraft, so there's six rockets. They reload fairly quickly, but they're just not that powerful. I usually use them for taking out like AA sites or just assisting with ground capture. But if you aren't the one primarily doing the if you aren't the one to secure that part of the zone, it's actually not helping your team at all. So like right there, that was securing it. Because if the enemy were to come in and try and snag that, we'd be in a world of hurt. There we go. Heading over here to the airfield. The altitude performance isn't too bad. I mean, it's, you know, about 3,000 feet or so, but that's more than I can say for some of the other multi-rolls at this tier. That's a heavy. The nice thing about the 50 cal is that the 50 cal offers you an opportunity to get some fires lit on some of these targets, and that little bit of extra damage is sometimes really worth it. And against these light defense aircraft, that means a lot. We're gonna head towards the mid right now, announcing it to our team. Again, keeping a little bit of altitude so that way we can grab some speed in a dive. There's a human right here in a P-40. Took his engine in his wing, he's lost some of his roll rate. That allowed us to be able to secure the zone, which is going to limit the amount of aircraft we're going to have to deal with. That's a human in a 0 at altitudes he's not supposed to be at. Let's use this M-82 engine to get us up there. Sustain our ability to maintain on target. And as you saw, we might have been struggling for some speed, but we weren't necessarily stalling out. It's a human in a Ju-87. That was a good dive run in there. We weren't getting the hit reg sound, but we definitely were hitting on target. Our team's going to the airfield. Let's go to their airfield. Let's just move with the mass. If that's where the majority of your team's going, that's where you go. Alright, we'll grab a little bit of wrench real quick, and then we'll work our way towards their garrison. Burn up an F5, affirming that that's what we're going to do, and we will also throw an F2 at it. Oop, there it is, after we are finished timing out. Get some of that altitude back. We haven't reloaded the rockets yet. What is that? That guy's gonna be a problem. We want to make sure we're hitting with those 20s.
Air supremacy achieved.
Alright, where... Oh! You get off of me. Fire ended up securing that kill for us. Fighter's going for a dive. He's going to be able to outpace us, but maybe we can throw some damage into him real quick. Again, try not to overheat these guns. Getting as much money as we can out of those 20s. There is a 0 inbound and a light fighter at altitude. Let's go ahead and tag him as a priority target. He's so thin-skinned that if we can get the 20s to make contact... Oh, and we finally stalled out. Oh, can we get him? He lost his engine. Can we just rub him? No. Ugh. How is he still alive? That was one of the silliest engagements I think I've seen in a while. Got an assist off of that. Held off on the fire, wanted to let our teammate grab it. Not too shabby. I'll be honest, it's a bit of a mixed bag with this aircraft because you're going to find yourself in engagements where tier 5, you feel like if you're under tiered, you're struggling a little bit to make up for some of your lacking. And then when you're top tier, you run into some battles sometimes with weird map layouts where there's only 3 sectors to capture. A lot of them like to favor airfields in the center and stuff. When you're a multi-role, usually you want to head towards garrisons, but the turn rate's decent enough that if you're cautious and you go after people that are otherwise engaged, it works as an excellent support aircraft, which is exactly what this aircraft is meant to be. So, what's the final verdict? The final verdict is it's a tier 5 premium multi-role with kind of mediocre ground capability. I think that the guns are good enough, but you don't have fantastic maneuverability compared to some of the other aircraft that are out there, and you don't have a big old derp in the main inside of the hub like you would with a traditional Yak-7. But it does some surprising things when it comes to climbing. It does fairly well for itself. As you can see here, the altitude is about 3,000 feet, climb rate of 316. Wow, where did I get 600 from? And the airspeed isn't too bad either. I mean, tier for tier, it's fine. But if you were to put it up against a tier 6, you're going to be outpaced by most things, especially when it comes to the air-to-ground ordnance, because this just isn't enough. You can see here that the cumulative damage currently is only 2,700 damage. But if you want to take out some AA guns, that way you can dogfight with some of the defense fighters with relative ease, this is going to be a good aircraft for that. I think it's fun. It's a nice, unique aircraft to have, but it's not going to be a primary grinding platform for me or anything. But that's it. So for all the elusive mysteries surrounding this aircraft and all the effort to go and get it, it's okay. So if you're getting to the last couple of days and you don't think you're going to have the time to go and get this thing, it's not necessarily worth all that effort. So I'm glad I could get it to showcase it for you guys, but I think that there's other better options out there if you're looking for a premium tier 5. Now, if you don't have a premium tier 5, by all means, free is free. It definitely made some decent credits. As you can see here, even with only a 10,000 point battle, we got over 100,000 with a premium account. It would be 77,000 silver with a standard account. So hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, I'll catch you on the next one.